welcome along and welcome to this first look at Farming Simulator 23. This is the Nintendo Switch edition. It is released today. There is a link down in the description if you want to go and pick this up. And yeah, I'm excited to have a go at this. I've had this for a few days. I've had a little bit of a play around, and it's really cool as a sort of cut down, more mobile version of Farming Simulator 22, which often the mobile versions are. It's really, really cool. So let's go and have a look. We'll go into the career. We have 3 new game slots. I don't believe there are any more than that. Yeah, so you get 3 game slots in here. If we click continue here, we then have 2 optional maps, or 2 maps that we can choose from on here. We've got Amberstone or Newburn. If you want me to do a map tour of these 2 maps, please let me know in the description, because I'm interested in seeing whether you want me to do more Farming Simulator 23 content on the channel here. But we're going to choose Amberstone for going through the general features of the game. So we'll click continue and get loaded in. As with the main version of Farming Simulator, the first thing that comes up is if you'd like to have a guided tour. We're not going to go through the guided tour here, but if you want to know a lot of the new features and how to play it specifically in this mobile version of the game, I do recommend going through the guided tour. And yeah, if you do choose not to take it, then you can always bring it up later. Now, immediately we're in here on the map, and one wonderful new thing here we have is the animals. So, like everything in this version, it's all a little bit simplified. It's not too bad actually on here. Very much similar to the main game, the setup on the animals here. You've got the area to load them up. And to fill in. As you get close to an area here, you often get an X prompt down the bottom. So if I pull away, bottom left-hand corner, you'll see I've got an X there, which will take me into the animal menu, will allow me to buy more chickens if I want to, or sell the existing ones that I have. So if we go over to the right-hand side, you can see we can sell them. So let's just quickly buy a couple more chickens. Again, very similar to Farming Simulator 22, where you can come in and you can just select how many you want to buy, and in they go, and they are all purchased. So perfect like that. We've got a spawn point for eggs over here, and we've got the feeding trough over this way. So that's very nice. With the main farmhouse as well, we've got the sleep trigger here. So if you mouse over that, you've got that coming up, and you can wake up the next morning. So that's very, very nice. I like that. One thing I did get when I was testing and didn't realize, you may notice the time is going up very, very quickly. And that's because when you first come into here, you have your settings. The time is set to 60 times. So I would very quickly take that down to probably a more reasonable level. For this, I'm going to put it at 2 times, and we'll go back. And we'll go through the whole settings menu in a bit. Top left, we've got the month. Now, this doesn't seem to be anything more than just saying that it's August. There's no crop calendar or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about planting things at different times of year. You've got the time of day next to that. You've got your amount of money, and then you've got your various menu items up the top right. Right, we are gonna head over here. One of the things that got introduced actually in the previous version in Farming Simulator 20 was the ability to walk around on here. Previous versions of, or the previous mobile versions of Farm Sim did not have an external vehicle mode, external to the vehicle ability like this, and it's really, really nice. Also, if we have a look at the John Deere, I'm quite liking the graphics. Graphics are looking very good here on the Switch. Yeah, really, really nice, and big improvement actually over FS20. It's amazing how the graphics have come on the mobile version of the game over the last few years. We've got our Deutz-Fahr top liner in here, and I think we've got a third tractor around the back on new farmer mode for this. So yeah, that's I've got two more over there. We've got two of the Massey Fergusons. So you can easily switch between vehicles with the left and right keypad to connect to your equipment. That is the B button. In this case, it's dropping our cultivator and picking it up again. And then to move forward is the right trigger button up the top. To get it working is the top right tab and A, down like that. And if you just press A on its own, that actually gets you the hired worker working, which I think for a lot of jobs on the mobile version is actually really useful. I find myself quite often setting a hired worker off to do this, because I find with controllers, being somebody who uses a wheel normally, I find with controllers that I find it more difficult to control equipment. So again, right tab and A to lift that up, and we can turn this round, and then it's the left trigger to go in reverse. So I do like actually that the two triggers are separate for forwards and reverse. That's really, really good. Really, really nice on here. And then down again with A. And in fact, what I'm going to do this time, we'll lift this back up. We'll set a hired worker off. So just pressing A, and away it goes. And you can see now all the options down the left-hand side have disappeared. And we've just got the green hired worker symbol showing us that this is working. So I'm going to jump out of cab with Y and let that head off and show you the combine harvester at work. Because I want to get a little bit of grain, we're going to do a couple of rows on the field, and then we'll be in a position where we can show you the actual combine, the actual unloading settings, how to fill a silo and how to sell and that kind of thing. So let's disconnect this with B. I think I would quite like to have had the hired worker be the right top button and A, and then just have A as to activate your equipment. For somebody who likes to do a lot of jobs himself in general, I think that would have been really cool. I think I'm going to end up doing the hired worker a lot. Now, I didn't have to press a button to disconnect that, and I do like actually that the header trailer is something that appears and disappears when you're attaching and detaching the header. So if we detach that again, you see the header trailer automatically appears, and if I drive up to it, it automatically attaches it, which is interesting because I didn't have it doing that with the cultivator a minute ago, so that is a little bit weird. Yeah, you get lots of helpful bits and pieces across here. This does have a bale storage as well. It comes automatically. The main barn we have there is a bale storage barn, which is really, really cool. So again, we'll activate this with A, right trigger and A. It's highlighted to show it's active. And yeah, that is very, very cool. We can change views to inside, I think. Yes, so that is pressing the right joystick. If you press down on the right joystick, that will take you in cab. So in cab is really cool as well, and as you guys know from lots of the other stuff that I've done, that I really quite like being in cab, especially for things like harvest. It's very, very nice. Now, the one issue I have with this is if I want to lift this header up at the end of the row, I have to basically deactivate the whole combine. So that does, yeah, so that turns everything off so that I can turn. Not awful, and very much a limitation of really the mobile version. Thankfully, it doesn't go and put everything away and fold everything out, which is great, because that would be a little bit weird. I think it's doing that because I think it's not doing that because there is grain in the tank. So if it recognizes that there's grain in the tank, it will just not fold the main combine down, which is brilliant. You can see the fill level for the wheat that we've got on here in the bottom left-hand corner. So we've got the wheat symbol for what's in it, and you can see the green bar moving across the bottom. So if we now stop this here and switch over to this tractor here, we've got an 8370 Massey Ferguson. We can grab this. The up and down arrows on the left control panel let you zoom in and out, whereas the the right hand joystick, sorry, that controls your camera. And then, as you can see, the steering that is controlled with the left joystick. And the controls here actually seem fairly intuitive. I'm not having too much trouble once I've got used to them a little bit, and it's working pretty well. Very much like it is. Smooth animations, no manual putting out of the augers or anything. That all does it itself. And yeah, our combine like that is all done. So now to go and tip this, we take this down to our area over here. So we've got our silo, and yeah, you just drive over it. So if I drive forwards here, you can see that immediately it automatically dips into the silo when you drive over, which is pretty cool. I like that. It's again, simplified control, simplified setup, works very, very nicely for that kind of thing. If we come over to our third tractor now, which is already connected onto our seeder, we can take this and get this refilled with seeds. And I'll zoom out because we're quite close. And as I was saying before, and as was alluded to as we drove the combine past, we can fill this up with seeds from here. So as we approach, we've got the tick appearing with the X, so that we want to load this with seeds. So yes, please. And there we go there. Now the top R, shoulder button, and X, that will change the seeds that you plant. And if we choose something that we absolutely know we can't plant in August normally on one of the on the main game, we should be able to take this over here and see if we can plant soybeans. I will be amazed, honestly, if it lets me plant if it doesn't let me plant these. Very much, I can't find any setting to turn a season setup off or anything like that. So I think it is more of the arcadey setup that you get in the main game, rather than going on for the full realism side of things, which is all good. I mean, you know, it is still very, very playable, and you can obviously restrict yourself to only planting stuff at certain types of year. So if we go right shoulder and A as before, and down, and we can start off seeding our soybeans. So yes, there are no restrictions on here for what time of year you can seed anything. I would guess, and I've not got this far through it yet, that they will grow at a set interval from when you plant. So maybe 6 to 8 months later, in game, you'll be able to do this. You'll be able to get this stuff harvested and move from there. If we press the top or the minus sign on the left controller. That brings up the shop. We've got a very good array of equipment on here. A good set of tractors, both small, medium and large trucks, harvesters, forage harvesters, potato technology and beet technology. We've got grape and olive technology on here as well. We've got cars, we've got pallet handling. So rather than having separate categories for telehandlers, skid steers, forklifts, those kind of things, you get so you get 2 teleporters and a forklift, and you get a trailer for handling pallets. And this is the thing on here, you don't you don't get so much bale trailers or things like that. If we go and look at the bale section over here, so have a look in baling. You've got 2 balers and auto stacker and a wrapper, and it's all square bales, so there's no round bales in this. And again, it's a more limited setup on your balers and things like that, which is all good. It is, as I said at the beginning, very much a cut down version of FS22 to a certain extent. And I actually love that. I love that it's such an on-the-go version of Farm Sim is absolutely brilliant. We also in here have animal transport, so you can transport your horses. We've got horses in here. You've got cows and pigs and sheep as well. There is no placeable system in this, so the map has built in cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens and horse pens, so you use those and fill those. If we go to the menu on the other side, so the plus sign, this is where we were having a look at the settings earlier. And in here, this is why I say there is no standard seasons set up on here. It is just very much this is the month, but it has no real bearing on your on when you can plant and harvest crops, because there is no setting in here to set that. So we've got weather on here. You've got as per the main game, you've got the weather for the current day and then several days in advance. You've got prices. So again, this is where you can see the price for all the crops, and we can see all the crops that are in the game. So we've got wheat, barley, oats, canola, sorghum, grapes, olives, sunflowers, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sugar beet, cotton, seeds, eggs, wool, milk, chaff, silage, wood, grass, hay, straw, and diesel flour. And then we get into the productions, which of course is a big addition into this as well, is that all the production stuff that is available in, or most of the production stuff that's available in FS22 is also available here in FS23 as well. And we will back out of there. Vehicles shows your current set of vehicles that you have on your farm, as well as the amount of time they've been here. No repair setup on here, so your vehicles don't need repairs at any point. Finances is how much money you've got, of course, and all of your incomes and expenses. No loans on here either, so getting started actually is a real challenge. You only have 100,000. You start with a few fields on each map, and you have to build up from there. But there is something that I will get to in a minute that can help you with that. Animals is an overview of all your animal pastures, as we've already seen from the chicken pen that we had a look at the beginning of this video. Productions goes to, of course, all the productions you have. We don't currently have any of them. We will go to the main map in a minute and see how much productions are. Maybe we can buy one and have a look at this production screen. Statistics is all of the statistics for your playthrough. Settings. You got your time scale, your various, your colorblind mode, your various game tips and markers and everything. Whether you got traffic on and off and the scale of the HUD. You've got various input control settings, various camera settings. You've got your money units. So on here, you've got dollars, pounds, and euros. Measuring units and temperature units and area units. All your settings for your AI workers, your sound settings. So I should actually set that to off. And all of those. And then you're back to the top. Yeah, so good array of settings on here, but as you can see, no settings for weeds or seasons or anything like that in here at all. You've got your help, which is really, really useful if you're starting out on here, and will help to get how to start and working through all of this. And then you've got your hints as well. Yep. You can, the only hint that has been given on here so far is that you can start a new save and save at any time and play the tour. Now, to bring the main map up, you can either bring up an on-screen map, which is the left shoulder button, and that brings up the small PDA, or if you press the left joystick button, that will bring up the main map. And this is where you can go and buy more fields and more areas. So to buy a new field, you head over to, or you hover the plus, you hover your cursor over the plus, and you press the right stick to select it. That then will bring that place up on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, sorry, and you can choose to buy that if you want. We currently don't have enough money to buy this, so we can't do that. I think the same is true for any of the productions. So if we come over here and we select that, that will bring up the grape processing unit. And yeah, we can't buy it from there. So I think that is very much, we need to go out there and have a look and buy that. So nearest one is actually not too far down the road from us. Let's grab a tractor and go and have a look. So I'm going to grab this tractor, and what we'll do is we will unload the wheat that we got and take that with us. Obviously, that is not something that we, well, I don't know if we'll be able to process that where we're going, but we'll go and have a look. Now this is when I want to have the map up, because I'm going to want to go south from here and head into sort of the industrial area that was on the side of the road down here, so we can go and have a look at these productions and see what they are. And yeah, down here we've got the sugar mill, and it looks like we've got, is that the cereal factory? What is that? Finest cereals. So yeah, this is the cereal factory. So I'm going to jump out of my tractor here and head over to the door. And yeah, like the main game, this is where you can buy it and buy the various productions and have them running for you. So that's really cool. It's not bought from the main map, it's bought from here. Because there's no placeable setup, selling these once you bought them will just revert them back to where they are, or where they were originally. Let's jump back in our tractor and just going to go and tip the wheat that we've got here so that we can sell it and see how much it's worth. You can see very much I'm not used to using a joystick like this. Is this our tipping point? I think this is our tipping point. Yeah. So wheat is not accepted here. Wonder what is accepted in the cereals factory. Looks like I don't have anywhere that I can sell stuff around here. But it's basically the same. Here we go. It's basically the same functionality as with the other stuff. Yeah, I don't have... Oh, that's oils. So, yes. So, we will take this back to the farm. But you basically just drive over it. And if it takes it, as the last two haven't, it will just tip them and sell them at that point. And I've come back to the farm because there is one more thing I want to show here. Jump out of here. You can see it at the back of the barn here. If you are short of money on here, there is a way to earn more or way to get more. And that is the collectibles. I will show you this first one here because that will get you started. But yeah, at the back of the barn, you can come up and collect it. And there are 10 collectibles per map. Each one is worth 1,000. And yeah, that will help get you started a little bit on here as well. All in all, I'm impressed by this. I'm looking forward to going on the road with this. Playing some Farm Sim on the way to FarmCon at the end of next month. And I'm really going to enjoy it. The mobile version for phones does have a fewer... No, I think they all start with the same amount of equipment. New equipment, though, will be added to this. On the Switch, I believe it's being added as free content. On phones, I believe it's being added as microtransactions. So, yeah, I very much like this on the Switch. It is absolutely awesome. It is everything I would be looking for from a mobile version of this. So, yeah, it is absolutely really, really cool. So go check it out. You can get it for, as I mentioned, the Nintendo Switch and for both Android and iOS devices as from today. If you wish to purchase it and support the channel, there is an affiliate link down in the description below where you can get it off Amazon. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.